sit on chairs, don't we? Right, welcome to St. Joseph's. My name's Mr. Malivant, and if you're unlucky, you may end up with me teaching you maths next year. Now, I've forgotten now, which primary school is this? Right. Now, let's see, first of all, could you, Daniel, could you hand out these please, one each? Investigation with number. Now, I don't know, how many of you do investigations now in primary school? Any idea? Could anybody tell me what an investigation is? What does the word investigation mean? Trying to find something out. We don't know the answer, but we're going to try to find something out. Could anybody tell me if they think that's going to be easy or not? Do you think it's going to be easy, or do you think it's going to be difficult? How many think it's going to be easy? Put your hands up. Only one thinks it's going to be easy. Now, that, I would think, means the rest of you think it's going to be fairly difficult. Which means, in maths terms, you're going to have to work things out. You're going to have to take your time, and you're going to have to write everything down. Now, next thing I want is Daniel. Could you hand these out, please? Sarah will do the other half. I think what we'll do is, yes, one each. How many have we got? 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Sorry? 18. There. Two. Like you can do one by yourself. Like that. I'll explain it now. Okay, first of all, now we're going to need 2 dice to do what we're going to try to do now. So some of you are going to have to share. If one person has got 2 dice, obviously they work by themselves. So you can work by yourself, you can work by yourself. What about you two? How many dice have you got? So what's going to happen? You're going to have to share, you're going to have to work together. If you're working together, you can still use your own sheet of paper in front of you to write down the results. Okay? Now then, first sheet which has been handed out to you. Oh, first of all, has everybody got a pencil or a pen? Has anybody not got a pencil or a pen? Oh, that's a good start anyway. Okay, roll the dice 1. Can anybody tell me what the name for this piece of paper is? I don't know, I'm not sure. You may not have come across it before. But I want to see if anybody has. Is anybody who knows what the name for all these little symbols and diagrams are? Not you, Daniel. I would hope you know. Anybody? You want to have a guess? Right. We call this a flow chart. Hands up how many have come across it before. The name. Nobody. Right. So we can start learning. This is called a flow chart. Now we've got a lot of boxes on it. Now what you're supposed to do is to follow it through. Some people aren't looking at it. If you all look at it now, the sheet in front of you. At the top of the page, what's the first box? Start. And we all know what that means. So we start. Then we come down, and the big rectangular box is an activity box. It tells us to do something. So could somebody read that out for me? What does it tell me to do?
Throw dice.
Throw the dice. Now what's it talking about there? Throwing one dice two, what?
Two.
Throw in the both of them. Now, just as a matter of interest, what's the singular? If we've got one item in front of you, what do we call it?
Die.
A die. One, we always, for some strange reason, call one dice a dice. It's not really, that's not strictly true. One of them is called a die. Two of them are called dice. So when it says throw the dice, it means to throw both of them. So, okay, we'll go through one on the board, just to give you the idea first of all, and I'll use, let's see, you two at the back there. Throw the dice, please. Just roll them. Now, the next box on the flowchart is a diamond shape. Now that's a question box. You can tell that because it's got a question mark in it. Could somebody read it out for me, please? Yeah?
Throw total 2.
Does the throw total 2? So you're asking yourself a question. Does the throw total 2? No. So if it says no, which box do we go to next?
This total 7.
Does the throw total 7? Another question box. So you ask yourself the question again. Does the throw total 7?
Yes.
It does. That's a bit unfortunate, but never mind. So we've got 7. Add that score to the total. Well, this was our first score, wasn't it? So did we have a previous total? No, we didn't. So unfortunately, we got 7, and that's as far as we've got. And what does it tell us to do then? Stop. A bit of bad luck. We've thrown 7 straight away, which is very unfortunate, but that is a result. So we're going to have another go again to show you, to see what we are supposed to be trying to do. So let's try another couple. Yes, you. Throw the dice.
8.
Does the throw total 2? No. Does the throw total 7? No. What does it tell us to do if it is not a 7 and it is not a 2? What box do I go to? What does it say? Let's have a look. Oh, a few hands going up. Just 2 at the moment. I'm sure everybody knows, but they're frightened with their hands at the moment.
Add score to total.
Sorry?
Add score to total.
Add the score to the total. So, what do I write down?
8.
8. We didn't have the previous total, so we just write 8. Then what do I go and do? I throw the dice again. So, throw the dice again. And ask yourself a question. Does the throw total 2? No. So we go down to the next box, which is, does the throw total 7? Does it? It does it? So we add the score to the total. So this time we had 7. So we had 7 to the total to get 15, and we stop. So the total was 15. Okay? Is anybody who doesn't understand what to do? Now I could keep going like this and I could practically do it for you. What I would like you to do is to have a go for it yourself. Right, off you go. On the piece of paper in front of you, if you're sharing a dice, put the results down on the 2 pieces of paper. Is anybody who doesn't understand that? Sarah, Daniel, could you help out now? Just in case anybody doesn't understand. Right. Go on, now, you don't have to write questions like, does the throw total 7? Answer, no. You just put the figures down, like I did on the board. Yes? Right, so we've got to start another one, because you've got straight to the Mr. Manoman.
Does the total pro add to 2? So the district doesn't work, so we can't here. Does the total add to 7? We have the total score, because this is the score. The score is 7. Yeah. Right, so then we're going to start again. So if you will, so it doesn't equal the 2.
Right, let's have a look.
And it doesn't take us to 7 either this time, does it? Therefore we have to go along the no line, and we have the total score, but because just, again, just the answer.
7's in your race, is it?
So put down the 3.
Right, so your score was
And then
29 week good.
we
You've done it, have you? Keep going, that's a bad line. Come on, keep going. Another go. With each flow chart that we're doing, we're obviously going to come to the end. So what we after, what we're trying to get, what have we ended up with? At the end of one column on this piece of paper now, I've got the number 29. What does that tell me? He's finished. No ideas. Right, have another go. Keep going, let's see if we can come up with it.
That's not total there, it was 11. That's a funny check.
No, you finished. Can you get a
When you throw the shoe, yes.
It might be 12 figures then.
So this is the as if you carry on there, you will
Or something else in there. Can anybody say when we stop? What are the rules for stopping? Couple of hands up this time. Come on.
When you come to stop,
Yeah, but how can you come to the stop? There's a rule there which tells me when to stop. By rolling a 2 or a 7. Have a look at that flowchart. Can you see that? Now what we're after is what score you've achieved before you stop. Like this one was one go. I threw an 8 the first time, then I threw a 7, which is one of the rules for stopping. So the score I got was 15. So what we're after is, what score are we on when I stop? So have another go. Well, before we start that, let's see what scores we've got so far. Any ideas? What score did you get on the first go? 11? 11? 29 there? Anybody got higher than 29 for stopping? You go to 34 and you still go in. Okay, try a few more.
we can carry on. Because we haven't stopped it yet. So we have 2 or 7.
Never started.